with We've Got Friends, are all friends special needs, or do you have friends who can be left and the parents can leave?
There are kids who are, so they're all functioning. And that's why when we create the space, there's some games, there's music, there's this, so that the lower functioning kids, like my son, he can go listen to music. He can kind of just walk around and be in the space. The higher functioning kids find each other. They play games together, they do other things. But what's key about this age group, high school, is that when you talk about placement in the workplace, right, which you
Right.
do, these kids have to be placed at some point. So their ability to socialize on their own, to understand community, to understand kind of give and take and playing games, and that all helps in placement, because the highest unemployment rate in this country are people with special needs.
Right, right.
And a lot of them are high functioning enough to work, right? And so that's a challenge in itself. So there are a lot of benefits to creating the space for them. One dad says to me, one of the kids during the pandemic, he was the leader. He'd get on, his name was Gabriel. He's like, okay, where's everybody? There's Emerson, there's this person. He was a natural leader. And his dad came up to me after the pandemic and said, had it not been for We've Got Friends, I would have never known that my child is a leader. He's a leader because he is in his space with his tribe, and he flourished and grew. And his dad, from that point on, thought to himself, well, my son can do other things, right? He can work, he can do this, he can do that. And they're all capable, but they get shoved in the corner. They're unseen, right? And so one of our basic staples is we look them right in the eye. Even if they don't respond, we keep talking to them because they hear you, they understand, right? It's just that their socialization looks a little different than us, but it's
And so many of us who thought we were full functioning before these last 2 years went into distancing and work from home and learned a lot about ourselves and the needs we have as well. So I think that if there is a case study that can be drawn from We've Got Friends, I mean, just that wow moment of this dad, Gabriel, learning his son is a leader. I think there's going to be so much to share from this as it continues to grow. And I think it can be a template or pilot for so many others. Everybody was identifying where their needs were, I think, in a more transparent, perhaps more honest, or sometimes just exploratory way than we did before we all got sent home for COVID. So
I agree.
as we exit, I pray that we exit with some of those teachings that we experience becoming parts of how we set our values and how we start to template our own lives. This is really beautiful